Welcome back to part 2 of working on the P-47. Let's get started. Woo! Alright, well we are in the editor, and apparently, after I just spent about 40 minutes working on this plane, I realized that the recorder had an error and stopped recording, so you didn't get to see all the stuff that we did. So now I have to go through and tell you what happened, because I didn't record it. So what we did is we went ahead and moved these wheels in by one block on both sides. We also fixed the back so that it would open. We had some trouble with the microcontroller, and I had to replace these because apparently they were older versions or something, and then they got out of sync. I don't know. It was weird. We also added the control surfaces on the elevator and the rudder, and that seemed to work. And then we added this control surface, the aileron, and tried to make this come in somewhat. And then I made a comment that I have my wings flat here, and I usually don't do that. And then I started to put the engine in, and it got about this far while putting generators, gearbox, engine, and I was starting to work on the exhaust. And that's what you missed. So that was a fast recap. So let's go ahead and finish off the engine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and come in here and finish off the exhaust, which turns out that when I looked it up, the P-47 has a bottom exhaust, or comes out the bottom, if that makes any sense, what I'm trying to say. And so it does not, oopsie, it does not come out the sides like the, I don't know, P-40, there's a P-47, the P-40, the Mustangs, the Spitfires, they all have the exhaust right out the front sides up there. But this one comes down below, so we're gonna see how we can make this look cool or not. And it looks like it kind of comes out. So here's where it kind of stinks, because you don't have custom exhaust. So you kind of have to just deal with the very straight pipe exhaust here. And it kind of works most of the time, but you see it kind of comes out kind of far. Now I could bring it back out and turn it sideways, maybe? But no. Can I bring it back in a little bit? No. Yeah, alright, so that's gonna have to work for right now. I don't really like that. In fact, I think I hate it. Okay, I mean, we could put the square block, but I'm not really crazy about that either. That looks stupid. Huh. Such a dilemma is this. We could, if we wanted to, bring it out. This is not going to look any better either because it's too big. But we could bring it out here like this. And then we could turn it sideways. Turn it sideways. And then put the big block on there. But see, that looks dumb too. Ugh. Such a bummer. See, now I wished I could do this. It says fluid. I don't think I can do that though. Can I? Oh, it's stuck right there, but can I do that? I don't know. I'm curious. Let's try it. It's a Mythbusters episode where we try to put the fluid nozzle on there. I don't think that works. Could. Well, it requires a requirement. Spray angle. Focus spread. I don't think it works, but we'll try it just for fun. We'll just do a little experiment. All right, so usually I put at least one carburetor on the back here, and then I bring the fuel back. You know what? Let's go ahead and put our blue, and for our gasoline, of course, we have red. Okay, so let's bring that back and down. And I'm guessing the fuel tank can be under here, but who knows? This has a lot of room for the engine. Usually I'm really trying to compact those engines in, but this guy, it has room for miles. Okay, so what am I looking for?
I am looking for the radiator. Radiator, 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 radiator. There it is.
Thank you. Let's get rid of the... Alright, so what can we do? Well, we can flip it. Now we could do double radiator. It's so big in here. And make it like super duper cool. Okay, let's do that. Oops, 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 oops. Wait, up. Okay, there we go. And right there. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Super cooling will never heat up until they change with a patch and break my radiator system here. Alright, double radiators. Why not? And I think it doesn't even care that there's a wall there. Is there a wall there? Oh, there's actually not a wall there. Oh, there's a wall there. Well, whatever. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just trying to get this done because, as I was stating in the previous recording that didn't get recorded, I'm actually working on a project for this Friday's patch to present it. If you're on the Discord, you already know what it is. But if you're not, you know, we could put 2 gas tanks in here. This thing is so big.
We could put 2 gas tanks. Do we want 2 gas tanks? That'd be cool. Or do we want a custom gas tank? I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know what? 1 second. I'm gonna look up what the amount of gases this thing had.
So it says that it has 305 US gallons. So we could come over here. Oh, wait, let's grab this little guy here. Grab my little happy US thing, but I think the altitude is wrong. I don't think I fixed this yet, but I think the gallons are correct. Okay, let's go ahead and put this right here. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. Uh-oh.
I want it. Go on. Uh-oh, this seems buggy to me today. Like, I can't click on the plane. Okay, well, let's just spawn the plane and come back in here. Oh, the weather outside sucks. Alright, here we go. Or not. I cannot. What the heck, man? Alright, let me restart the game.
Alright, I restarted the game. Hopefully this is going to fix it. Lately, I think the microprocessors are really buggy. So, there we go. Alright, we can place it now. Yay. So let's go ahead and put a display. Display. And we're just going to check to see if we can build a gas tank that is exactly 305 US gallons, and it goes underneath the cockpit, apparently, according to the page on this. Okay, let's see. We want airspeed. It doesn't really matter which gas tank I choose, but I'm just going to go with US fuel tank number 1. And we don't have a tank yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our fuel tank. Down. Oh, we could go ahead and kill this little guy right there. And go ahead and make this red, as in fuel tank. Down here. Okay. Alright. And we can add our fuel filter. Fuel input. Fuel. What is it called? Let's forget. Fluid port. Why is it so far back? Okay, well, that's kind of cool. That gives us a whole block to work with. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our fluid port. Where's this at? Okay, so we do need to go and put the fuel tank on the sides. I don't think this is, but we're going to go ahead and see what this adds up to when we block it off. Like that. I think this is all enclosed. Yes. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put a hole right there and grab our fluid something or other. What's it called now? Fluid meter? And our fluid spawner. Okay. Well, I guess we could do capacity, right? Would that give, does it give it to us in? Returns a total capacity. I think this will work. And then I don't have to worry about the fluid spawner, because then it might like pull in fuel inside the tank and we don't want that. Okay, let's try this really quick. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. 375 US gallons, I believe, is correct. Okay, so I need to get rid of some of this fuel. We got too much fuel going on here. Okay, so let's see here. Oh crap. Maybe I shouldn't have put it all the way back there. Okay, let's be kind of cool and cut this. Right. I'm gonna cut this, and we're gonna move it towards the front here. Boom. And then we'll grab this and fill up our hole and make sure we put that right there. Okay, so we want 305. What does that do? I'm not too sure how much each block is. 313. Ooh. Not too bad. 313. I'm going to say probably do 2 blocks. See what that does. As long as we get close to 305, we're gold. Oh my god. Alright, so we are gold. We are at 305.44. I'm going to call that done. Right there. That gas tank is done. We have it right where we want it. And so I'm just going to come back here and delete this wall. Because let's not waste our blocks. Actually, kill those blocks right there too. And maybe these? No, not that one. Okay, cool. Awesome. Love it. Don't change a thing. And that's it. We have our fuel tank historically correct. Just like that. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and delete this thing here. And I don't know, what are we missing? Well, I think we're missing air. We're missing air. Alright, so how do we want to do this? What does the front of the Thunderbolt actually look like? Let's check it. Alright, so it looks like what they have on the actual plane is the engine is all in here. So, I think I'm going to have to move this up like I originally was talking about. I don't know if I got that real recording, but I was talking about moving this engine little part up here. I don't know what it's called, but moving this up by 1 block and pasting. Okay. And then I could move the whole engine up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think. Do I want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and quickly add a block up here. And then we will check it out. So the radio engine is kind of in here and actually comes down and kind of comes around. So we could kind of simulate that in here, I think. Maybe like something like this. And then put these blocks like this. And then bring this up like, oops. Bring this up like this. And turn it inwards like this. Just like that. Okay, and oops, I didn't actually add this back on here. There we go. And then we could leave it like that. How's that look? That's pretty close. Okay, so then down here, we can bring in or bring out our intake. We can put this like right and 1 more forward. Let's go 1 more forward. Does that look good like that, or does it look good like that? Or does it not look good at all? No, I don't know if I like that at all. What if I put something behind it? Can I put something behind it? Something like that? Or does that look better? That looks better. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, cool. Let's save it. Alright. Right now we have no engine parts coming on in here. We have no capacitor to start the engine or anything. So let's go ahead and set the seat to, what do I want to set to? Let's set the seat. Oh, we can't set the seat. Can we set the seat? No, we can't set the seat. Darn it. I forgot about that. I wish you could set the seat to a certain throttle setting. So right here I could set it to like whatever, start at 0.10 or whatever. That would be cool, but it doesn't do that, so we can't do that. So let's do something else. What do we want to do? I think we want our, ooh, that's awfully low. We can test it to see if we can actually reach it. If not, we'll move it. So we'll put this down here, face it out, and we're probably going to have to paint it the color of the plane. For right now, we'll just go with that color, and that's it. Okay, so does this actually have, wait, is this just sitting on there, ready to fall off? I don't even know. Let's check it. Oh yeah, there's nothing holding the top on. Alright, so let's fix our bubble top while we're sitting here trying to fix things. And what we're going to do is probably cut into the back right here. Like this. And that is just to make it easy for us to work, not because we're going to keep it like this. And we're going to add a rail. So we're going to come over here and find the railing. There we go. Sorry, compact linear track. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab, put it straight in the middle like this. Or we could go ahead and, you know what? Let's dig it a little bit deeper. Let's use a gas tank. Hopefully this does not unseal it, but we'll try it. Okay, so we got this. And positive will be forward. And negative will be back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hook our rail to our plane canopy. And we're going to do this by building some scaffolding up until we can reach a point that we can kind of latch onto, which it looks like this part right here. Well, that was nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add this to this, and look, now we have it all connected. Great. So now we can go ahead and delete these blocks that linked the canopy to the bottom there. And what we might have to do, I don't think we have to do it, but on some cases I had to actually add some rail to keep it from getting stuck. Hopefully that is not an issue with this plane, but if so, I know how to fix it. I just don't want to. Okay, well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and fill in that hole there. And now we have our canopy complete. And now we're going to go to our controls. Here's our controls. And find super duper easy canopy slider. Now, I made different versions. So this one is just for like one button. But if you want to have more buttons to open doors, I think I mainly use this for like different things. Like if I wanted to have a bombarder door, whatever, to open from the cockpit and all that stuff. That's why I added these. So we're just going to use the boring canopy slider and find a nice place to put it, which I always like going in the back and seeing where I can slide things in. And that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and add the input back to the button and add the slide connection to the slider. Now this slider takes a -1 and a 1. So 1 is forward, which is on, and off is -1. Okay, so we want to do, let's put it to -1 when it's on, and 1 when it's off. And then what we can do is we can come over here and go ahead and turn this on, add this as canopy, and then for right now, we're just gonna stick this battery onto it, and onto that, and let's test it. Kind of like the rain. Alright, so now we have the canopy open, yes, and if we can jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in. Alright, there we go. Can I reach the button? Uh-oh, see, look at this. Oh, wait, is it shut? No. Is it? That doesn't seem right. Does it seem right? Wait. Oh, it's missing glass. Why is it missing glass? That is odd. Okay. Well, that is why it looks funky, because it's missing a window part. I don't know how I did that. Must have been when I was cutting and pasting stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and add, I believe it's a large window, back onto this part. No! Way too big. 2 by 1? 1? No? Wait. It's not 2 by 1. It is 2 by 1. Okay. No. 2 by 2? No? 3 by 2. Definitely this one, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we have some issues here. And I don't know what happen? Okay, so I wonder if we can use my old trick to do this. So, Alright, I'm going to save this before I jack it up. But I'm wondering if we can slide this back and then slide it forward over the window. Does that make any sense? Let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab these pieces here. Hopefully I can grab, oops, what am I doing? Hopefully I can grab just these pieces here. Yeah, just like that. Cut it, pull it back, paste it, and then grab this window here, add it back. And if this works, this will be awesome. If it doesn't work, well, then what a bummer. But the point is, this whole thing is one part, right? Which is awesome. All right, so now let's take our slider that we hooked up. We can do this the right way or the wrong way. We're gonna do the wrong way, which is we're just gonna move it because we're lazy. We don't want to like make the track back. And then I'm gonna grab, where's it at? I think I'm gonna leave it here because I think I need more track. I'm not positive, but I think I do. So I'm gonna grab it there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and delete this portion here so that we can get our track back. Okay, now this is all just to connect it to, of course, right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and merge it, and then we're gonna delete it. Okay, cool. So what we want to do now is see if this slides over, right over this without having to jerk with this at all. Because we couldn't put these sides here. So if not, this is like a perfect canopy. Like the way the bubble canopy should actually work is slide over, not like be sticking out and all that stuff. So if this works, I'll be so happy. And if not, I'll just cry. So let's go ahead and see what this is supposed to be. One is positive. Let's go over here. Slider on is positive. Okay, so we want... Yeah, we want the slider... We want it to stay like this, actually, I think. Let's try it. Yeah. So right now the button's on, right? Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and... We can't get in. But that doesn't matter. We just want to test anyways. Oh, it's stuck. You know what? Let's just save this again. Before I jack it all up. And delete all these rails right here. And delete all these rails right here. And I just want to see if it slides at all. Or if it's a seat just blocking it completely. Which could be. Could be the seat is blocking it. Yes. I think so. Okay, so that's a bummer. So what's going on here is we can get away with it usually on blocks. So if this was a block and not a seat, we could just slide it right over. In fact, I will show you that it is a seat by deleting it, right? That'll tell us right off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it is a seat. Yes, such a bummer. The seats are such a pain in the butt. So let's go ahead and load it back up. So the only way around this, unfortunately, is to take this off. And let's see, I'm gonna have to add a block this way. Yep, all right. Let's go ahead and add symmetry mode on really quick. And what we have to do is do this really lame thing where we build our scaffolding out here, and we're just gonna cut this off and build the scaffolding down here and put the scaffolding in, in like that, okay, and across like this, okay. And of course we're going to have to grab this window, oops, grab this window and delete it. And unfortunately that window is going to be placed on the outside. So now we get a slider, but unfortunately it will slide on the outside. So it doesn't look as cool. Oops, doesn't look as cool, but it still works. So that is the battle we either won or lost, depending on how you look at it. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and put this back and paint it up. And now we're back to normal, mostly. Not right there. And then we're going to go ahead and put our blocks back in here, which should be fine. I believe there's not going to be anything catching, but I never know about this game. Sometimes it hates me. So we're going to go ahead and put those blocks back, and then we'll test it. And I think we can put white paint. I'm trying to paint right in here, but I'm in trouble. Wait, is that connected to the wrong thing? Wait a minute. No, it's not. Okay. Shoot, how can I not paint this? Do I have to get super duper close? Oh, that worked. Jeez Louise, okay. It's a tough paint job. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this and just paint this in here. That looks good. And then right there. Okay, cool. Alright, let's test it. Alright, there we go. We have beautiful rain. And now we're just going to test the canopy, which will slide over without issue. Slide open, slide over, slide open. Yeah. Alright, so that's a bummer. We had to kind of compromise, but it works. I'm not going to complain too much, but not as cool as if we had this just perfectly flat. I think that would have looked just slightly better, but we'll live with it. Okay, so what do we got left? Well, we got to get the engine to start. So let's do a capacitor. And we're just going to go ahead and shove this inside the area where the engine is, because I like to keep it kind of by the engine. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? Wait a minute. Well, I think I need to make myself a converter for just one gas or one fuel tank instead of the giant one, but I'll just leave it for right now. Okay, so there's our engine on, and I like to set this to about charge time. Yeah, I like it charging fast, and then it stays on for about 0.5 seconds. The engine usually does start, and so we'll go ahead and, I don't know, we'll put it to this. Yep, it is engine toggle. I'll just call it starter. Starter. Wait, is this a toggle? Oh, this is a toggle button. I don't want that. We don't want the toggle button. We want a regular old boring button, not the toggle button, because we don't want, oops, we don't want the engine to actually stay on. Like the engine, like if we have a non-toggle button, the engine will just keep revving and revving and revving trying to start, but it's already started. So we don't want that. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I really like in my planes now is a thing. I like to see throttle setting. So here we already have what we're going to put airspeed and we're going to put altitude, right? And that doesn't leave us much room in this airplane for anything. I don't think we can put anything on the sides, can we? Well, we could, if we want, I think, put, I think, no. Yes, we could put it down there. How lame is that? Like, can't see anything down there. Huh. So what we could do is, if we want to be silly, we could go ahead and grab this stuff here. We can move it back. Maybe that far? Yeah, I think we move it all the way back there. Okay, let's paste it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I'm going to delete that. And of course, we're now going to have to go ahead and delete this. And then we're going to put some controls down here, which, you know, doesn't look that great, but it gives us a little more room to put some dials and lights. So I wish there was a way, I know I'm always asking for features when I do this, but I wish there was a way that we could actually build displays on the screen, so you could actually display information on the screen. But unfortunately, we don't have that. So let's go ahead and put our displays here. If we want to be clever, I guess we could put it at an angle, but yeah, no, let's not do that. All right, let's do light. And then we're going to get an indicator light. And we can use this for various things, brakes or whatever. I don't have one for the generator right now, so I might want to do something to have the generator switch somewhere where you can reach it. Maybe... No, I don't think I can put it down there either. There's no room. So that's probably going to be on a button key. All right, so we're going to live with this. So what we want to do is name these so we can figure out what we want. All right, so we have altitude, airspeed. I'm going to put fuel level on here and put throttle setting. And what do we actually need? Well, we could have an engine setting, or we could go ahead and put battery level or pitch, prop pitch. Now I could combine, sometimes I combine the prop pitch with the throttle, but sometimes I don't like that. You know what, let's go ahead and put battery. I think we'll combine the prop pitch with the throttle. What am I putting? Battery level? Yeah, I'll put battery level. And we'll put that to 0 to 1. Okay, and this is going to be 0 to... is it 100 or 1? I forget. I think it's 0 to 1. And then we'll have that to, what do we say? Like 305. So we're just going to put this at 305. Cool. And that is it. Lovely. Okay. So let's save this before I break it. And I think we'll go ahead and just get this engine started. And then we will go ahead and call it a day, because I do have to get out and do some things. And of course, come back and work on my projects. So this is going to be the awesome P-47 engine test video. Or it may not work at all. Let's find out. So let's hook it up again to the button. Hook it up to the engine. And then we're going to put our up and down arrow to the throttle. Yes. And put it also to the throttle setting. And to the prop pitch. Or collective, for that matter. Did they change the name? Yeah, see, I think they did change things on me. I'm pretty sure it used to say prop pitch, not collective. But whatever. Let's go ahead and... you know what? We're not going to fly this thing. We're just going to go ahead and start the engine. So let's do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the fuel level, just for fun, to the fuel display. And we're not worried about any of this right now. So I think that's it, right? That's all we need to get the engine started. We have air, we have that. Oh, you know what? I know we don't have any electricity. Let's go ahead and set these up nice and easy. All right. Is that it? Buttons. Buttons need power. There we go. Yep. 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 You know what? We can't get into the plane. We can't reach. All right. So I'm finding that the cool thing to add is, instead of a ladder, which I used to do, I do the handle. What's it called? What's it actually called? I know it's at the top, so we can just go like this. Yeah, it's called a handle. I add the handles here, and they tend to work pretty good on pulling you up on these little planes. I used to hate them, but I think they work okay now. So let's go ahead and test the plane. You know what? Let's give ourselves a little bit nicer weather here. All right, so it's now 12, and it's not going to be like nasty outside. So here we go. This is the P-47 Thunderbolt rebuild, a work in progress. There you go. Get right up there. You have to kind of turn yourself, which is a little weird, but that's fine. I can actually move it in front of the button, maybe? I don't know. You might grab the button then. Alright, so let's go ahead and test the button. There we go. Cool. We're going to leave that open in case we have to jump out because the engine's on fire. And let's go ahead and set the throttle to about 0.12. The fuel is at 305.45. Here we go. Aha! There she goes. Alright. So, that is it. We have the engine running, and it is always so satisfying when these planes start in advanced mode. It was kind of like, okay, in arcade mode, but in advanced mode, you're feeling like, hey, man, I got this thing started, and it's running like a real engine. So, very cool. Alright, well that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching this build. This is part 2 of the P-47 Thunderbolt. We'll be doing a part 3 where we get this thing in the air. Maybe a drop tank or some bombs and rockets will need to be added. And of course, just cleaning up logic and putting it where it belongs. And maybe finalizing the paint job. So I think that's just one more video. So, pretty excited about this plane. I really love Thunderbolts. And this one looks like it's coming out pretty good. So, yeah. I think this is going to be a nice plane when it's done. And once this is done, of course, as always, this will go on Discord, and then the Avenger, yes, the TBF Avenger will go on the workshop, and then I'll do a tour video of the Avenger, and maybe even like a little flying video. So that's what you're looking forward to in the coming week, I guess, unless we get sidetracked. And on Friday, if you can make it on Friday, we'll be doing, I think, almost 99%, we're going to be doing a live stream for the update, if there is an update, and it's going to be fun. So join me then, and if you're not on my Discord, use the link on the About page to go into the Discord, or it should be in the description. I don't know if I have it there, but if not, hit the About page and you can find it. Alright, I went way longer than I should have on this outro, but thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.